Hello and welcome to today's episode where I try different methods and different ways to make Chee Cheong Fun that's not using the Crepe Maker that I've already showed that. So today's methods I'm just going to give you alternatives if you don't have a Crepe Maker, how else to make Chee Cheong Fun. So stay tuned and let's jump straight into it. Okay, so you can see my setup here. I've got the plate which is going to the microwave. So we're just going to go with a tin well, as thin as we can, and I'm just going to spread it out by gravity and see what happens. Maybe I did a bit more, and yeah, basically that's going in. I have a steaming cover that I will use, and that's about it. So as you can see, obviously the first difference you notice is it takes longer to spread. Yeah, that is kind of the way it is. So this one's going in while the pan is warming up. So let's see, just coming back to it. So microwave 1 minute. While that's in, I've got my pan warming up. Yeah, this should be okay. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead now. And I'm going to lay it same as this is a non-stick pan, and honestly this is a new non-stick pan, so I'm just going to lay it as thin as I can, similar to the plate just now. And let's see what happens. Do I get it? Yeah, I think I can. Okay. So we're just gonna, yep, just a bit more. Yep, there we go. Yes. Okay, and then that's it, basically. So I'm just going to put some vegetables in. And I'm going to let that steam about 1 minute. But before I do that though, I would like to sprinkle some water on the side to give it some sort of steaming effect. And I'm going to cover it with the lid. And the microwave is done. Let us check. So microwave looks about done, but I'm not sure. Yeah, you can see. See, you can see my spatula sliding in. Yeah, am I? No, I think it needs another 30 seconds. So another half minute or so. So total cooking time on the microwave at 800 watts, about 1.5 minutes. Yeah, I think it's done. You can see it's folded up and it looks okay. Yeah, I think it's done. Okay, I forgot to put stuff on it, honestly speaking. So I guess we will not be putting on it. I'm just going to try and remove it gently. Yep. I'm just going to fold it up and see if I can do layers. Yeah, generally I would say it has, it generally works. I could probably use more oil, of course, that would definitely help. Sorry about that. But yeah, it would be curious to see how the results are, and let's see if we can start a new one. Because in the amount of time the microwave is doing it, you can see the pan is kind of still cooking it. It should be almost done, but I see some cracking on the sides, so it could very well be done as well. In any case, this is done, and I'm just going to go put it on a plate. And this is Chee Cheong Fun. So yeah, it wasn't hard. Basically 90 minutes on a thin layer, and then you can see the result, right? So this is the microwave one. I'm going to put some sauce so it doesn't stick anywhere. I hope this Chee Cheong Fun sauce that I've been making. So let's see with this. It should be okay. So I'm just going to go make a couple more from the microwave side, and let's see if the pan one is done in the meantime, because that would be the interesting one. You can see from the bottom it's curled up, so that's a good sign. Yeah. Wow, okay, that looks good. I would say it's done. And look at that. I mean, yeah, basically a Crepe Maker is a glorified pan anyway. And that's it, done. So both give similar results. You'll be curious to, I'm trying to look for a plate. You'll be curious to see what the difference in the resulting textures appear to be. But for this method, try and use, like I said, a a non-stick pan, because as you can see, if you try to use a metal pan, you will have a lot of problems. But yes, it does work, and it is definitely possible to do it, either of these options. So feel free to choose that. I'm going to start making a new batch. So new batch of either. First I'll start off the pan since it's here. Again, trying as thin as I could make it. As you can see, I've got batter everywhere. So I'm just rolling it out. Okay, just a bit more. Yeah, the problem also with this pan is you're kind of hamstrung on the result you produce based on how well you roll it. So that is something to consider as well. But I would say, looking plainly on the results that you can see, it works for sure. So I'm going to go, at the meantime, since I'm here, I'm going to start doing a new batch with the plate. So just going with that. Same concept with the plate. Just going to roll it out. Somehow, I don't know if you see it, but I get the feel that there's slightly more control that you have by using the plate method versus the pan. Of course, I could be tilting the pan as well. I mean, that's no problem. But yeah, so 90 seconds and we'll come back to it. And the second one is ready, so I'm just going to start that. So I've got to put away and the microwave is stinging, so you can see I'm quite busy running around with this. I had a first taste though, and the first impressions are kind of what you're seeing. So generally, the pan method, while cooking, I don't know, arguably faster, or maybe I could say more, I don't know what's the right word to use, but you can do it in a more streamlined manner, I guess. That could be one word. But the results are slightly thicker, sorry. So you kind of see it anyway. So I will try and do what I was doing the plate, which is fold it around. But I suspect, because the pan is warmer, so yeah, you will be getting thicker results, and that is kind of the compromise that you have to make with this method. But in general, if you want to eat and you don't want to steam, I would say this method definitely works. I mean, you can see the result straight off. Let's see the microwave one. And showing you the microwave one again. Maybe I should put the vegetable one there. So the thing in the microwave one, because you are kind of constrained by the plate and how non-oily you made the plate. That will be your limiting factor. And even though with the plate you have a lot of control, so you can control how thin you want to do it, I think you can see the results. I mean, the plate method gives slightly thinner results. I think you can observe, but you would probably need to oil the plate every roll or every roll and a half, because as you can see, it has a tendency to stick. Yeah, and see, in general, yeah, I would say the pan method has better control. You get more or less exactly what you're doing, so it's not difficult, and you have a lot of leeway with controlling it. And having said that, I think my pan one is done, so I better save that before it overcooks. So I'm just going to do that, which was a bit surprising, because I had kind of the impression that the microwave method may have been the gold standard. But I think you can see, looking at these results, it's very similar to the Crepe Maker. If you remember the results in the Crepe Maker, and I suggest you can also go back and look at my video on the Crepe Maker. If you see, using it, the results are very similar. I'm very happy with the pan, honestly speaking. I think, yeah, if you see me struggling now with this, I would not do this on the plate, because purely because of the mess that you need to control. So I'm just going to oil it straight away and just serve it here. I have one more experiment though that I want to do before we go, or before we make conclusions. But before I do that, I'm just going to start another batch. So I have it here. Let's start with this. I'm just going to go new one. And I would say, I guess with this, you kind of can learn it. I mean, it's not difficult to say that you can't do it thin. I think it's possible. I generally think you need a couple of rounds to test it. And then, yeah, it's possible to do it. See, like you get that? It's not bad. I mean, yeah, you have to put in some work compared to the Crepe Maker. But there's a story of the Crepe Maker actually, which I'll say it. Actually, in the sense that I got that Crepe Maker on a super cheap price of 10 euros. And that's the reason why I was using it for different experiments. So it's not like I bought a 40 or 50 expensive one time or one niche gadget, even though it may look like that, but no, we are actually quite fussy on my gadgets, and my wife actually was very skeptical about the Crepe Maker for a long time, until obviously the Chee Cheong Fun recipes. But even before the Chee Cheong Fun recipe, yeah, with a couple of recipes that I've made already with the Crepe Maker, she was kind of maybe a bit more accepting of it already. But the Crepe Maker is obviously the one that pushed it over. Yeah, so for sure, she's fine. She's okay with it. But if you don't have a Crepe Maker, and this is the point, yeah, if you don't have the Crepe Maker, the pan works just as fine. If you want, you can incorporate some liquid like that. But look at that. It will work just as good, and I would say it's even better than a microwave. So allow me to fold this. If you notice, I've got some sausages in the background. I was thinking of how I can incorporate it in here, but I think it would just make a bit of a mess. So I'm just going to ignore that. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to move this guy around. But okay, I will do this and get it out of the way. Just toss this in. But yeah, I hope I've convinced you that no Crepe Maker, you can still Chee Cheong Fun. That's not a problem. And I know, reading some comments, some people also use this method, so it generally works. Like I said, the key point is get a non-stick pan to make life easy for you, and then you can do it. So it's not really an issue. In terms of how much batter you use, yeah, you may have to make a bit more if you're using the pan-based method, because as you can see, you will run a bit more, you'll run a bit thicker, because obviously you would like to cover everything. But of course you can just come back with a spatula and just, it's probably a bit more, I don't know, easier to patch the holes versus the Crepe Maker. So that's one thing that you can consider and think about if you're going to do this recipe, and I strongly suggest you do. It's not hard, it looks great, and the results are nice. And like I said, I got one more experiment, but I need to clear up this batch first before I do that, so just come back to it. Just one note before I bring everything to my judges. I did one last test. This is rice paper, basically soaked, and then I put it onto a plate and I spooned the sauce inside, and I microwaved for 1 minute more or less, and you can already see the texture differences between the two of them. So I will take out some for my judges to mention, but yeah, when I'm touching it, I already know what the answer is going to be. But okay, let's come back with the final answers, and then let's see where we go. Yeah, so let's come back. Oh, the results are in. Rather surprisingly, the microwave fresh roll is actually the highest rated, because you get the control, as I mentioned, the thickness and the thinness much better. Although the question is to ask, if you're putting fillings, probably needs to be cooked before you put it in, because 1 minute plus 1.5 minutes is hardly enough time to cook it. The pan method, surprisingly, is the last option, although it was the fastest one, losing even to the dried rice paper options, purely because of the thickness. So if you can control the thickness, in terms of speed, in terms of what you can do. The pan is actually the best, scaling up and down in terms of volume. The microwave, although you get micro control and you get to control every aspect of it, takes the longest time in terms of having to oil the plate and dig it out and then put it back. So yeah, I mean, that's generally the conclusion. In short, if you can, the Crepe Maker will still be the best option. Although my wife was keen to put a caveat that if you have holes when you make it, leave the holes alone, because if you're rolling it up for Chee Cheong Fun, it doesn't matter, because if you try to patch the holes, sometimes you get uneven results and may not be fully cooked. So yeah, those are the conclusions, and those are all the answers. I hope this gives some idea of what you could do to try and make Cheong Fun as well yourself, in case you don't have a Crepe Maker, just to show you're not constrained by not having it. So having said that, jemput makan, and thank you for watching. As always, like, comment and subscribe. Yeah. Until the next video, see you, bye.